So John, looking ahead to Morton firstly at this weekend, they're in 8th position but they're only 5 points behind us. We can expect a tough match, can't we?
Yeah, we're getting now down to the nitty gritty. There's nothing in the league whatsoever. From second top to second bottom, it's very, very tight. Has been for a few weeks now, and it probably will be for, a few more weeks until it sort of just gets right down to the wire. When who knows by then? You need a crystal ball to know exactly what's going to happen here, and that's not possible. So. Everything is in our hands. We're sitting in a position that it's entirely up to us. We take care of our games. We're at home on Saturday, obviously. Glad to be back at home. The surface is better right now. Well, it's probably better all season, but right now it's better than any of the grass parks that's kicking about by a country mile. So that's going to help us. New manager coming in, Gus McPherson coming in there. They got the one on penalties. They won in the Scottish Cup against Dunfermline, which will have them confident. Dunfermline beat them in the league last Saturday, so they're fighting to get away from the bottom. We're fighting to stay at the top. So a good game is probably in store.
Yeah. And touching on the recent appointment of Gus McPherson as manager, 2 wins, 2 losses since he came in, that you touched on. They'll be looking to set a standard for themselves for the rest of the season as well.
Like anyone there, you come in, you want to hit the ground running. So at least a couple of wins keeps you happy. But they know that they're down there as well. Another couple of defeats and could be left stranded down near the bottom. Not stranded as in at the very bottom, but not going to then make the top 4. So that becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. It's not a nice situation. We've got to look after ourselves first and foremost. It's all about us, how we go about playing on Saturday, how we can go and get this 3 points, how we can go and cement our position in second place with Dundee playing Dunfermline on Saturday evening. Can we put some pressure on Dunfermline and Dundee? They play Saturday night. Can we get 3 points on the board, get ourselves up there, and then watch the game on Saturday night? I'll go up and travel to Dundee and watch that game because we've got Dunfermline here on Tuesday. So Dunfermline are going away to Dens Park, or coming here on the Tuesday night. It's exciting times. By that time, who knows? We could be sitting second on our own. Pars coming here, possibly, got a good chance to go further ahead of them. There's loads of outcomes still to happen. Coming down to 90 minutes of football, for that first whistle to the last whistle, us applying ourselves, us playing, our football, us trying to get the goals that are just still missing to a certain extent. 2 goals, it could have been 5 or 6 easily the other night there. It was a scrappy game, scrappy conditions, 2 teams battling. No doubt, Morton's going to battle as well because they're all scrapping for things. We've got to battle and hopefully produce the quality and the football that we have done all season, and get the goals that obviously complement the good play.
Yeah. You brought it up there. Our last match Tuesday night at Stirling. Good to get back on the winning trail again against what could have been a potential banana skin, as they say.
Yeah, still in a decent League 2 club. They've obviously got a big squad. They made 7 changes and they still made it, reasonably difficult. And as I said on Tuesday night, I like the way Kevin Rukovic goes about things. They've got a good squad there. I thought we played really well. I thought the football was excellent. I thought the way we played was first class. And it was a good win. And believe it or not, it's the first time I've won on a Tuesday night. So we've managed to break that hoodoo. The first win on a Tuesday night. The Tuesday nights were killing us. So glad to get that monkey off our back. So that's out of the way. Look forward to playing Livingston in the next round.
Yeah, and obviously we take every game at a time, and we don't look too far ahead. But with 4 home games and 3 away games remaining in the league, there's certain things that are going to be important for us, like defensive solidity. Frankie and Benny at the back with Jamie and the fullbacks. They're key to how the whole team operates, aren't they?
Yeah, of course. But we only have 4 defenders, so hopefully they're going to stay fit. That would be a massive problem for us because there's, we don't have an awful lot of versatility in the players in front of that with regards to who could go back and play in defence. We don't. So fingers crossed. I didn't bargain for Ian getting a 5-game ban. So unfortunately that's where we find ourselves. Yeah, I mean, we've lost a couple of really poor goals against Inverness, a real schoolboy horror goal, and even the goal against Ayr United was a really soft goal to lose. So we could have been sitting here with like 5 clean sheets in a row there, 4 or 5 clean sheets in a row. And I know it's that word if, you know, but you know we were not being conceding an awful lot of chances. And Ayr, there wasn't an awful lot of chances for Ayr that night against Inverness, getting over the first period 10 minutes. You know, they didn't create a hell of a lot after that. So we could have been sitting here, as I say, with 4 or 5 clean sheets in a row. So, you know, we've been putting out consistent performances as a team, and you know, we look to continue that.
And finally, away from Starks Park, the national team have got a game against Austria. Austria got some of the finest talents in the Bundesliga playing from them. What's your prediction, or what's your thoughts on how that game might go for Steve Clarke and the guys?
Austria are a quality nation. They're very good, and as you say, you didn't have so many players playing in the Bundesliga and be bad players. You know, they're obviously all good players. You know, love the, you know, Scotland to start with a win. You know, in any kind of tournament you go into, you want to try and hit the ground running and start with 3 points on the board, and it gives you a great chance to build on it. You know, the last thing you want is a defeat at home, and then you're kind of like chasing, you know, from day one. So of course we'd all love to win, and the way we ended the last campaign with a couple of defeats, you know, we want to try and bounce back for that. We were on a high by qualifying, and then it went a little bit sour towards the end. So hopefully we can rekindle that drive that we had, and you know, we started playing some really good football, and towards you know, leading up to when we qualified, the game became a little bit more expansive. It looked a lot better on the eye, and I'd be hoping that would be the case tonight, and we can, you know, we would love to win the football match, you know, but at the same time, as long as we don't lose.
Exactly, yeah. Well, looking forward to watching that myself. But you've got training tonight. I'll say thanks and good luck for the weekend, John.
Thanks, Dave.
Cheers.